I love you so much, Tommy. I love you too, Kimberly. Oh, we're the best Power Rangers of all time. I'm not just playing with toys. I'm actually here to tell you guys what I'm looking for in terms of collecting this year and to give some channel up announcements. Okay. It's geeking time. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is so fun to see you guys come back to the channel. Such a fun time getting together and doing some videos. So, as I mentioned in my cold open, today I'm going to be talking about what I am looking for in terms of grails, in terms of stuff that I want for my collection, what I'm going to look for in 2025. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, it's a lot of the same stuff that I've been looking for over the years. And if I don't find them in 2025, okay. I just thought it'd be really fun to let you guys know that this is what I'm searching for. Because it's kind of like a top countdown list. So there's like 14 points in total. It's gonna be like not the kind of countdowns that I normally do. I'll still have the numbered. Stick around to the end. We'll talk about some announcements and some updates. With that being said, first things first, I hope you guys had a fantastic January. We are heading into February now. Thought it'd be really cool to take the end of January, an opportunity to just talk about, hey, now that, the first month is gone, and a lot of people have a hard time finding things in the first month. Now that it's coming into February, this is where I'll probably get myself into motion to start looking for some of those things that I've been wanting to collect. One of the things that I had to focus on 2025 has already been purchased, and you'll be seeing an unboxing and review of that next week. But I'm still going to mention it. So without further ado, let's count down my list for 2025, the stuff that I am actively going to be searching for. All right. I hope you made it this far into the video. I know that might not exactly be what you're looking for in a video, but I just thought it'd be some fun things. I see a lot of people doing channel updates and announcements, and I've never once done that on my channel, so I thought it'd be some fun to do this. Look, like I said, I still got this backdrop here that I'm trying to arrange and figure out, so I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do the best I can with all this stuff back here. But I also brought my laptop with me. My laptop is here today because I'll be opening up the laptop. I wrote down everything, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to just look at what I wrote down and then maybe take a look online to see if some of that stuff is feasible to grab this year. So if it's feasible, I'll let you know. Feasible, if not, then I'll be like, not quite sure. Let's get the laptop open. First thing I'm going to talk about, I get the 14 points here. So at number 14, I got this already. So one of my focuses was to get Beauty and the Beast on Blu-ray. My mom used to own Beauty and the Beast. We owned Beauty and the Beast when I was a kid on VHS. It was clamshells. And then we also owned, my mom picked up the Beauty and the Beast on DVD when Disney was putting out in the earlier 2000s, the DVD releases, the 2 discs. So we had that, but I never once had the Blu-ray of Beauty and the Beast. So I did go ahead and pick that up this year, but I did tell my wife that maybe I should get Aladdin for my collection. I got Pocahontas for her also. So that's her favorite Disney movie. Beauty and the Beast was my mom. So we don't own my favorite Disney movie, Aladdin. So maybe for my birthday, maybe for Christmas, I'll go ahead and treat myself to Aladdin on Blu-ray. So that's why I want to start with those, because I already got Beauty and the Beast, and if I don't get Aladdin, well, I don't get Aladdin. I just want to start with that point. So that's out of the way. Let's get really into everything else. So at number 13, you guys probably think to yourself, why are you talking about this? My focus, I love my comic books, and you guys know me that when it comes to collecting, comic book collecting is like my bread and butter. And I'm trying to collect as many KISS comic books as I can for my collection. So I basically have the near complete set of the Dark Horse run, and I still have quite a few ways to go when it comes to the Psycho Circus run. So in Psycho Circus, there are 4 connecting covers. That would be this one right here. Let's see if I can get a good photo up for that. This would be issues number 10, 11, 12, and 13, okay? So these 4 issues connect, and I've always thought this was super cool. So a passion project of mine is to get a frame for this, and I would think that you could probably get that at like a Michael's or something, right? So I've always wanted to do that for my collection. I know Michael's normally has a comic frame, so maybe that's something that could be feasible. So let's take a look and see. So that, like I said, is something that I'm super passionate about. That's also why I'm putting this at number 13, because you probably really don't care too much about that. It seems Michael only has the regular one comic book frame. If I take a look at comic book connecting frame for comic books, like how much would these things go for, right? Collectorsresource.com. So $49.95. Maybe feasible this year, maybe, but not going to be my top priority in that case. Maybe if there's a nice deal, and this is $49.95 American, so that'll probably come to $60 Canadian if we find some of these connecting frames. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's feasible, maybe it's not. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. I love Free Comic Book Day. My favorite time of year. And I never buy merchandise from Free Comic Book Day. I mean, the last time I bought the merchandise was in 2021. It was the Green Ranger pin. But most of the time, there's not too much merch that I am looking for. But there's one thing that when it comes to Free Comic Book Day that I saw on the website, I spotted something that looks super cool, and I really cannot wait. I kind of hope that we get this in the comic book shops. So as you can see right here, this is the Free Comic Book Day exclusive Teen Titans Godzilla comic PX lunchbox, previous exclusive, and it's basically comic book artwork on the tin lunchbox and the canister it comes with. So this is based off of the IDW artwork. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw the price on this one. Was there no price on this? Maybe if I go back. So $24.99 USD, probably going to be about $29.99 Canadian. So feasible. If that's going to be the one thing I pick up on Free Comic Book Day, that is one of the things I want to collect this year. I don't have any tin lunch boxes. And I'm not a big collector of those, but I'm a huge fan of Godzilla. And this is something actually really, really cool. I try my best to collect VHS tapes when I can. And it's not one of those things that I'm prioritizing. Okay, let's not really go crazy with VHS tapes. I'm still looking for Spawn the movie on VHS. When I filmed the Library Astro closing, I saw that in there.
So I filmed the inside of the store to show you guys. They are downtown Montreal, right in the heart of the city. I went here on Free Comic Book Day to pick up some comics. It was a really cool place. They sell a lot of used books. As you can see, some used movies. My boy Spawn right there.
Memories. I should have grabbed that. I'm still kicking myself to this day that I did not pick up that VHS. But I'm also still looking for like the Spawn HBO series VHSs. But also apart from that, I'm also actively still looking for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. The first film, the second movie, the third movie, all on VHS. Feasible to get this year? Probably not. I live in Quebec, so we don't really have those things. So I just wanted to throw that up there, that it is something that I am looking for actively. And unless I could find like these VHS copies for like $1 or something, but if I come across it this year and it's like 50 cents or $1, I might not say no to that, to be honest with you. The other thing too is like in terms of VHS, I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, and I know that I haven't spoken too much about Power Rangers in the recently in my channel. I still love the franchise. I know that I've been doing a lot more, Ninja Turtles in recent times, but I'm always gonna love Power Rangers. But I used to own the Kyoryu Sentei Zero Ranger Complete series, so that's something I'd like to go back out and seek. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's not too expensive either on like Amazon, for example. Really not that expensive. So it's something that I'd like to seek back out in my collection, apart from the VHS tapes. Something that I've been eyeing for quite some time, which came out during the pandemic era, I'm a fan of the YouTube channel Pixel Dan. Pixel Dan Early. I like his channel. I like his reviews. I like his toy hunts. Honestly, when it comes to toy reviews, I lean more towards looking at the review spot. When it comes to Pixel Dan, I really like watching his toy hunt videos. Dan is a huge Masters of the Universe guy. He's very knowledgeable. He knows a lot about Masters of the Universe. So one thing he put out back in 2021, like I said, in the pandemic era, was a book called The Toys of He-Man and Masters of the Universe, which he wrote and he produced with Dark Horse Comics. Something I've been wanting for quite some time. So I was having that conversation with Vanessa the other night about the book. And I know he's putting out a Ninja Turtles toy book as well. And Vanessa was like, that's something you would want? I'm like, definitely. So it got me thinking to myself, maybe that's something that I should look for this year. Now, I know that USD, it goes for about $60, $65. And right now on Big Bad Toy Store, they have it for $38 on special. Conversion to Canadian, maybe that's about $50. If his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy book comes out before that, and it comes out maybe like around my birthday or around the holidays, I think I'm gonna probably, be asking for that book as a gift, opposed to the Masters of the Universe. But if the Masters of the Universe, like if that Turtle book is still years away from production, then I still want to grab that Masters book. $65 USD, I saw it on Amazon for $110. That's not a good price whatsoever. So unless I find it on a deal, maybe if I can find it through my comic book shop. This is something that I add to my repertoire every single year. So it's not something like oh my god, I gotta add this. This is something that I'm a grail for me. No, more metal t-shirts, more heavy metal t-shirts. Every year I buy myself maybe one or two heavy metal t-shirt from a shop we have called Sunrise Record. I usually buy them during the summertime because sometimes there's deals on t-shirts. So like last year I got a Ghost and Iron Maiden t-shirt. I got the Rob Zombie for Christmas. I'm still lacking on some band t-shirts. Like I got a new Kiss t-shirt recently, right? Which you guys saw in the haul. But I'm still missing like Metallica, for example. I'm missing Slipknot. Slipknot is a band t-shirt that I've been wanting for the longest time. So maybe this year it's time to get myself a Metallica and Slipknot t-shirt. Apart from that, I would really like to get a brand new Alice Cooper t-shirt for my collection. Judas Priest. Dare I say Cradle of Filth, but I know that those t-shirts aren't exactly the best to wear in public. That's why I've never bought a Cradle of Filth t-shirt. So just a lot of really amazing metal bands. Motley Crue, for example, is another one that I'd love to get a t-shirt of. But my primary focus really, when it comes to metal, is getting a t-shirt of Metallica and getting a t-shirt of Slipknot. I got a Slayer t-shirt, right? So still lacking on Metallica, still lacking on Slipknot, so more heavy metal t-shirts to add to my repertoire is something I want to do in 2025, obviously. So for this entry, I don't know if I'll be able to find this at my comic book shop. I know that they have some back issue bins and they have some back issue magazines. Maybe I'll have to find that somewhere else. But I've always been wanting to get some older, like the old Wizard magazines from the 90s. If I'm in shopping, Wizard magazine. Okay, well that's a graded copy. But it seems like people on eBay averaging in between, lowest $5, highest maybe $25. So yeah, that's not really prices I want to pay for a Wizard magazine, to be honest with you. Like I'm looking for specific ones. Like you see right here, you got a Spawn and Spider-Man Wizard magazine. Like that's something I'd like to look for. And this is a lot for 57, so another lot for 57. There's Spawn right here, right? Is that Spawn right there? No, that's Spider-Man. So just looking for like these old ones, like look, this Wildcats one, 27. Maybe if I could find them and they're like really cheap prices, $10, maybe it'll be something cool to add to the collection. But again, it's something, these are things that I've been searching for over the years. Like here's a Spawn one, that's $63. So maybe that's not gonna be in the cards this year. Not unless, like I said, they're really great prices. But obviously I want them bagged, like coming with the cards too, right? So nitpicky, maybe not this year, maybe next year, maybe a year later, but nonetheless, still something that I am actively searching for my collection. Wizard magazine. I love that imprint. I wish that would come back. I really wish that would come back. I buy my comic books every month. So saying that I want to add more retro comic books to my collection. I do that every year. It's something that's always on my list. But again, I want to get more Marvel Transformers, more of the Dreamwave Transformers. Definitely want to get some more Swamp Thing comics for my collection. I'd like to seek out even some like older DC comics. I'd like to go for some older Fantastic Fours this year, maybe some older Spider-Man comics this year, because I don't have enough of those, and maybe some older Batman. When I went on my birthday and I got the Azzarello Batman and even one of the Hush books from Batman, that was just so awesome, and it brought back a lot of fun memories. One that's been eluding me for so many years and I really want to grab. I think some of the biggest holy grails I have are Kiss 4K now, because now that I'm like still going with trying to get the Kiss Psycho Circus books and near completing the Dark Horse, that's not really grail anymore. So now it's like really the Kiss 4K comics that are super grail. My uncle gave me a calendar last year from 2007, so I love that. But I really want to get the Kiss 4K comic book run. And I'm also actively looking for some of the old Wildstorm horror comic books, namely Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. I would love to get that run. And I want to complete my Spawn run from the first 100 comics, because I don't have them all, and I realize that there's a lot that I'm missing. Scud the Disposable Assassin and Tick also are some comics that I'd like to look for in terms of retro comics. But again, this is something I do every year, every month actually, when I look for my comics, even if I put them aside and I wait to buy them, guys. I always go looking for retro comics. So Christmas, I bought my comic book haul, and I got some of those packs of Savage Dragon, which you saw me open up on my channel, the 2 packs of Shadowhawk and the 2 packs of Lady Death, which are still coming. I got an anchoring. They're like $1 each, man. I got a hankering. I'm like, okay, I want to get some more retro 90s cards. And they don't, like, the cards that they have there are super cheap. So just take a look here. Take a look here. Let's go back to the video. Let's just take a look at that card wall.
Interesting, getting some cards up here. I see some Shadowhawk and Savage Dragon. Power Rangers. Maybe I'll inquire about those. Interesting cards up there. Yeah.
There's so many cool things. There's Power Ranger trading cards, guys. Like, I would love to get my hands on those. So I got a hankering for it. I don't know. I want some more. I'm just being greedy. Is it feasible this year? Probably. I'm not gonna lie. Probably. For $1 a card pack? Yes, of course. So I'm just being greedy. I want some more retro trading cards. Well, this was only announced a couple of weeks ago, and I still want to grab this. It's probably gonna be a shorter entry here, but I really want to go for, if I'm gonna get one video game this year, to be quite honest with you guys, I want to get Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit. The video game coming out. It's not staying exactly when it's coming out. It's coming out Q2 or Q3 of this year, and there's no price tag yet on it. So I don't know how much it's going to cost. Personally, I want the NES cartridge. You guys know I'm a huge Angry Video Game Nerd fan, so obviously that's something I want to add to my collection. I have AVGN 1 and 2 Deluxe on Nintendo Switch, so it's a no-brainer that I want to get the 8-Bit. Again, don't know when it's coming out, don't know what the price is going to be. I started opening up my collection to some first volume and second volume Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic books. This year is no different. I want to keep that going. Definitely want to look, obviously, so for some more older Eastman and Laird comic books. Now, I am looking for a specific comic book issue from the Eastman and Laird run. I obviously would like to grab number 10, which has the second appearance of Casey Jones and the return of the Shredder. So that's one I'm actively searching for. Like, that's, for me, that's a holy grail comic book. Same thing for the Raphael one-shot. That's a holy grail comic book. I don't think the price is going to be right on that exact comic book. But one of the things I'm also searching for is I really want to get my hands on, like, I love the Dreamwave Transformers comics. So I really want to get my hands on the Dreamwave Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics that are based on the 2003 series. So let's grab my laptop here. There's a comic book shop called Comic Hunter, because I can't find these at my shop. So there is a comic book shop called Comic Hunter out here in Montreal, and they have a huge inventory of comic books. And I can see some of the comics here. So if I take a look at, like, for example, issue number 10, yeah, see right here, $50. Second appearance of Casey Jones, third appearance of the Shredder. Feasible price, it's a pricey book. It's a pricey book. So will I get that this year? I don't think I will. That's a really expensive book. But do they not have, I thought I saw, they have the Dreamwave. It was just underneath. And look, they have, I don't know if there's only 5 issues in the run, but look at that. Look at the pricing. That's really not bad for a comic book that came out 22 years ago. Like $5-10 a pop. Really not bad. So that could very well be feasible to get the first or second issue of the 2003 Dreamwave issue. And if I take a look at, I don't know if they're going to have it. I really doubt it. Let's see if they have Raphael. I don't think they're going to. That Raphael one-shot, man. No, they don't have it. Okay, TMNT number 10, or the Raphael one-shot, not feasible this year, but there's a good chance that the 2003 era TMNT comics might be feasible, because I do want to check out Menard Comics, because they do have a lot of fun action figures and collectibles there that is going to lead to my next two, well, my third and first entry that maybe I can see if they have them there. So number 3, this is a holy grail toy. Going back to like maybe 14 years ago even, I was like, I want this toy so bad. I love the Spawn movie. It's so bad it's good, but it's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. The toy line is just so bad that it's awesome. And I already have the Spawn from that toy line. I've also got Al Simmons from that line. But there's one that's always eluded me, and I always thought it was really neat for some reason as a kid. And I think it's is it the nicest figure ever? No, not really. But I've always been super intrigued by this odd, weird figure, and that's the burnt Spawn from Spawn the movie, the Ultra Action figure. That's a holy grail toy, and I think it's time to finally stop saying I want this figure and go hunting for it. I'm not going to bring up eBay because I know that eBay have him. I've seen him for like in between 20 and 30 bucks on eBay. Let me pull up Comic Hunter. Let's see if maybe they have them there. If I take a look, pulling up the action figures, they have a section for action figures. All right, so let's see if I control F and do Ultra Action Figure. Okay, let's see. The Raider, no. Oh, okay. Well, wait, let's come back to that after. Spawn Deluxe Edition Angela 25. No, not looking for that. No. No. Los Portasio. Okay, wow. They have got the Wetworks action figure. That's pretty cool. Frankenstein's monster and the werewolf. Sweet. So no, okay. They do not have, unfortunately, they do not have Burnt Spawn. Okay. I'll try my best to go look for a Burnt Spawn somewhere else. Even if I have to go to eBay, I have to go to eBay. But Burnt Spawn is one of those toys that even as a kid, when I walked into Zellers that we had here in Canada, I always wanted that, but my parents never wanted to buy me those toys. So this year, it is going to be feasible regardless of the price. Because I'm getting that Burnt Spawn this year. I love comic book shops, okay? I love the ambience. Like, I love Check Swing going there because it just reminds me of like the comic book shops that I went to in my youth. And I love that they keep that kind of style. It was the same thing for Library Astro when they were still open. It's just amazing, and gosh, they're so knowledgeable. Man, they are just so knowledgeable when you go to Check Swing. It has that whole friendly ambience, and that's why I love speaking to Dawn when I go there. One thing I've always wanted as a kid, still to this day as an adult, one thing I've always wanted was I've always wanted a comic book spinner rack. I just wanted to get a comic book spinner rack because I have long boxes upon long boxes of comics. My comics are in my bins right here because I'm trying to like get some plastic long boxes. I don't want to get any more cardboard. I want to go with plastic long boxes. So that's why they're all in here right now. But I want to get a comic book spinner rack so I can display some comic books with pride. When I go to the Indigo bookstore that we have here in Canada, they do have comic books on the spinner rack, and I'm just like, that's awesome. And even in my Check Swing, my shop has a spinner rack. So they have a couple of spinner racks. So I'm gonna talk to them, see if they have any. I doubt it, but that is something that's like a high priority on my list. That's something that if I don't find Burnt Spawn, which I really want to, like if I don't find the Burnt Spawn on my #1 spot, if I can get the spinner rack, I will be super happy and super satisfied with any collection items that I got this year. My number one that I'm really searching for, I'm a massive Kiss fan. And you gotta understand that I used to have Kiss figures when I was younger from the Psycho Circus comic book, the 2-packs that were based on the comic book. However, there were a couple of Kiss figures that were done by McFarlane Toys back in 1997 that I've always wanted to get my hands on, and I never got them. And those are the Kiss Ultra Action figures. When Kiss reunited and McFarlane Toys put out those figures, they were so cool because it was just Kiss, but like they had so many accessories with them, and they were like action figures mixed with dolls. It was just so freaking cool. And I can find them on eBay. Again, I can find them on eBay for decent prices. And I saw Comic Hunter have them on their website as I was scrolling through before. So let's open back up this and let's see if that's going to be feasible. Because I know that on eBay, it will be a little feasible, but I want to search for them in the wild, you guys. I don't want to get a box that's dinged up. So again, Ultra Action figure. Let's see. Kiss right here. So they do have Ace Frehley, they have Paul Stanley, they have Peter Criss. They do not have Gene Simmons. 45 for Ace Frehley, 60 for Paul Stanley, 50 for Peter Criss. All carded. You're looking at $155 for 3 of them, and they're missing Gene Simmons. That's not a feasible price to me. I'm not going to pay $155 for an incomplete set. I could find these guys easily on eBay. Easily $20 to $25 a pop. But I'm not going to lie to you, I'd rather go hunting in the wild for these guys. Because like I said, I don't want to have any dinged up carding. Like I want to make sure that the figures look good. So maybe I'm going to go hunting in the wild, and like I said, most of the prices, they're either 20 to 25 a figure, or you can even get the whole set of them. Most of the time, what I'm seeing, especially on Marketplace, in between 100 to 120 bucks, which is a fantastic price for all 4 of them. So I want the Burn Spawn. I'm going to be looking for that this year. I want the Spinner Rack. Will I look for that this year? I want to try, but if the price is not right, no. But this year, I'm setting my sights on the Kiss Ultra Action figures and the Burn Spawn. But my priority is the Kiss Ultra Action figures from 19. So that's what I'm really hunting for this year. That's really what I'm prioritizing. Those 14 things. Will I get all 14 of those things? Hell no, I'm not going to. No, not at all. Am I probably just going to get Burnt Spawn and the Kiss figures? Probably. Okay, yes, I'll probably get some more comic books and trading cards. Yes, obviously. I'm thinking to myself that this year I'm most likely only going to be getting Burnt Spawn and the Kiss figures, and I'm A-okay with that. If I get the Spinner Rack too, that is an added fantastic bonus. But let me know down below what you guys are looking for this year in 2025 and what you guys are looking to add to your collection or what you've already collected so far in just the first month of 2025. Let me know down below.
The Kiss Army reunites the world's first 3D concert. Kiss in 3D. The Psycho Circus Tour. Saturday night, November 21st at First Union Center. The first time in history. All 4 original members in 3D. Ace Frehley, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, Gene Simmons. Tickets will go on sale this Saturday. Kiss in 3D. It'll blow your mind. Welcome to the show.
If you've stuck around so far in this video, I really appreciate it. I thank you guys so much. I just got some announcements that I want to make, guys. So 2 things. First things first, I might do some comic book hunts. I know that I've done a couple last year and like I did a couple the year before. You guys seem to enjoy them, so I might do some comic book hunts. Maybe not at Check Swing, however. If I go to a different comic book shop that I'm not used to going to, then I might do a comic book hunt. But that will also relay into, I want you guys to come on the journey with me to try and find my Burnt Spawn and try to find my Kiss Ultra Action figures. So going to a comic book hunt to a shop that has action figures will lead into my hunt for those figures. So that's something that I want to announce that I'm most likely going to do this year on the channel. Probably going to do some more collaborations with Spoonie. You guys enjoyed that. So we'll probably do some more movie marathons or some commentary on some films. This year, 2025, we're going to do that. Spoke about Free Comic Book Day before. I will do the Free Comic Book Day preview video like I do every year. And I might do a vlog this year. So I just want to give you a little bit of an update and announcement on that. I might do the vlog. I'm not quite sure this year if I'm going to do the vlog. I'm still going to go to Check Swing, and there's another comic book shop, crossover comics you've seen before, but I want to try to go there. Will I film it? I don't know. Okay, so don't get your expectations up for a free comic day vlog this year. Sorry about that. An update. So you'll still see my comic book hauls every month or two, but it's really going to be this year. I want to focus really on TV episode reviews and countdown videos. Like I want to focus on that with some of those hauls sprinkled in randomly, minus the comic book haul, obviously. And I also want to try my hand at reviewing funny commercials. Last year I was supposed to do the Spawn commercials. This year I think I'm going to do it. Choose like a specific category of commercials like Transformers, Ninja Turtles, and just have fun with it and just review those commercials. So a little bit of an update, like I said, that's really what I'm going to be focusing on heavily on my channel this year. And a final announcement, I want to talk about a new series actually that I'm going to launch on my channel. This is probably going to be like a show that's going to, if it's not every month, it'll be every 2 or 3 months. I am going to be starting a series called Grail Call on my channel, where I'm going to take a look at not just my own personal grails, but grails in general. Kind of like a series about toys and comics and collectibles, things like that, and just talking about them, giving a little bit of history and things like that. And we're going to start off with my 2 grails that I'm looking for this year, Burnt Spawn and the Soldier action figures, all in one episode. So that should be coming this month in February. Grail Call is a series that I'm really excited about because I love collectibles. I'm super passionate about comics and collectibles. And we might have Spoonie join in for some episodes too when it comes to comic books. So stick around. I'm super excited about this series. And another huge announcement, I think this year is going to be the return of great comic book covers. So stick around for all that. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get off my plate today.
I don't want to grow up.
We're Toys R Us kids.
Where can I find Barbie?
I'll show you where she is.
If anything's on your mind.
Just ask Mrs. Klein.
And if you're waiting too long, we'll open checkout number 9.
From dolls to trains to video games.
We'll help you find just what you like. Here's your bike.
The price is so low. And people like Liz, it's the greatest toy store there is. More games, more toys. Oh, boy!
So come and be a Toys R Us kid.
Wow, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And I really do hope you stuck around for this whole video. I just hit 800 subscribers, and I think I'm a little over 800 now. This video is a gift to you also for having 800 subscribers, my channel announcements and all that. So I just want to say thank you. I forgot one thing I wanted to mention too. Sorry about that, slipped my mind. This year I also want to focus on gameplay for my channel, which is going to be a lot of fun. I want to play some retro games, and I want to play some Switch games. Sorry, I forgot to mention that before. But I throw it out to you guys again. I ask you guys, what are you searching for? What is on your list this year? What are you hunting for in terms of action figures, in terms of comic books, in general even? What are you looking for? Films? Are you looking for VHSs? And are you planning on, if you have a YouTube channel, are you planning on doing toy hunts and toy vlogs? Let me know all that fun stuff down below. I really cannot wait to go on this journey with you guys and try to find that Burnt Spawn and those Kiss figures. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for 800 subscribers. I appreciate you all, guys. I cannot be doing this without you. I'm 8 years in. 2 more years and we're 10 years in. God, time goes by way too fast. However, if you're new to my channel because you just love geeky stuff in general, or if you've been watching my content for the longest time and you haven't done so already, please and thank you, subscribe to my channel. Click the bell to be notified as well whenever I got some brand new content up. If you're enjoying this video, if you've been enjoying my other videos, let the algorithm know. Click that thumbs up. Comment down below as well, guys. Let's talk all things geeky related, all things that we're hunting for, all things that we're searching for, all things that's nostalgic to us that we want to get back into our collection. I will be back again soon with some more content. Thank you so much for 800 subscribers. Thank you so much for 8 years so far. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys. I just appreciate you all. I'm here to share more of my nerdiness with you. I'm Boomer the Nerd. And just remember, guys, it's cool if it's nerd cool.